We're going to do a quick overview for the Lee Load-All 2 Shotshell press from Lee Precision. This one is currently set up for 12 gauge, and it's actually a pretty good little shotshell reloader. It's inexpensive. It was about $50 to $55 a couple of years ago at Cabela's. And I've gotten a lot of use out of it over the years. So let me go ahead and kind of give you a quick rundown. So up here, you've got the tray where you can go ahead and take the top off. You have a tray that's inside. You can go ahead and put your bushings in there and your resizing collar. But I've opted to go ahead and leave this empty and then just go ahead and put my collar and the bushings elsewhere. So over here, you've got your powder reservoir. Over here, you have your shot reservoir. This is your selector lever. It'll go either to the right for powder or to the left for your shot. You have 5 different stations. Right here you have your deprimer and your sizer. And right here you have your primer and knocks off the color for your resize. This middle station is where you load up your powder, you put your wad in, and then you put your shot in. This portion over here is actually either or. The first one is going to be for the 8-star crimp, and then the back one is going to be for a 6. Let me go ahead and kind of give you a rundown on that one. So right here on your shot shell, you have an 8-sided star, and the way that you count these is real simple. You count the points. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the way that you do it is that you put what I call the valley, this little indentation right here between the points. You take this and you put it right here, and then you bring your lever down and it'll actually start the crimp. But you have to have that valley facing out with the 8-sided. Now with the 6-sided, you want the point of the star itself pointing towards you or away from you. And then of course your next station will end up being your final. So let me go ahead and give you a quick rundown on how this works. So you can see I've got the primer in there. We'll put it on for the size and deprime. And that one didn't work out too well. Might need to throw that hull away. But what you want to do is see if these are flush. And if they are, then everything resized correctly. And I'm going to have to throw that one out. That one's not going to work out for us. So go ahead and knock that off. Go ahead and throw that one out. Get a different one here. All right, so we'll go ahead and put this on here. Go ahead and inspect, make sure everything's flush, and it is. Knock the primer out. So now I'm going to take a new primer, drop it in there. Go ahead and get this lined up. As you can see, I got the new primer and the color came off just fine. Go ahead and place this in, lower, drop my drop my powder. Go ahead and raise it, put my wad in. Now I'm dropping my shot. All right, so now I'm going to look for that little valley indentation, which is right here. Just start my crimp. Go ahead and put it in the last stage for the final crimp. And there you go. Nice little reloading tool. Does a pretty good job for what you want. These are actually going to be skate and trap loads. And I also load up some upland on here as well. Now as far as what size shot you want to use, that's going to be up to you and what exactly you're looking for and what it's going to be used for. So now I'm going to take a quick look. Everything's flush. Now again, if it's not all the way seated, go ahead and run it in again. Make sure you get everything flush and flat. Load up a primer. Take my collar off. Drop my powder. Go ahead and insert the wad. Drop the shot. Look for the volley. Usually I do this by feel too when I've got it on the press. That way I know it's 100% lined up and my eyes aren't going funny. There you go. There's another good one right there. So let me go ahead and get one of these and show you what it looks like if you don't go all the way down. And one thing about the sizing collar, you want to make sure that this groove is always facing up. Okay, here we go. So if it looks like this, it means you didn't actually push down hard enough, and if you have to really fight it, there might be something wrong with the hull, and then just go ahead and discard it. So there we go. That should actually be seated properly. Now, where do the primers go to? Primers drop down in here, and usually what I'll do is I'll use a brush and I'll get a cup and just go ahead and sweep everything out from in here. And then when I get done with the reloading process, there's a couple more back there, but I'll get those later. What I usually like to do is I'll wipe everything down when I'm done. What I'll do is I'll get a microfiber cloth and just wipe down everything. Because as you can see over here, I've got where some powder spilled, and I try to wipe it up, and it's got that sooty look to it, but it'll clean up with microfiber. All right. If you have any questions on this one, please feel free to comment below, and let's talk about some reloading. Thanks for watching.